for the Peach State is filled with legendary moments, from the 22-point Yellow Jacket victory in the first installment in 1893 to the 8-overtime Classic in 2024. Clean, old-fashioned hate has had its moments, and we're ready for more here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Jackets will put total leather to crank us up. And no chance at a return here. They'll... The battle for the Peach State has seen its legendary moments, from the 22-point Georgia Tech victory in the first installment in 1893 to the 8-overtime Classic in 2024. Clean, old-fashioned hate has its moments, and there will be more ahead. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the toss. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Back to pass, it's Stockton. Using his legs to buy some time. The defense sort of burns this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got the pass rush. You cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Georgia.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Let's see what they do on third down. To the ground with the back. Fights off the defender. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down.
Well, I know on offense you always want to have balance, and it's important to keep defenses honest, but listen, you're one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire nation. Let your dudes go to work. You don't need negative plays like that.
And the ball will come to rest just inside the 40-yard line.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with them to force the fumble.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. No, people forget Georgia Tech is a chartered member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking for a man. It's Kane. Here comes the heat. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. The Yellow Jackets will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To throw, it's Stockton. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Good timing on the quick out. Oh, a lot of space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback keeper. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Yellow Jackets can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking downfield, it's King. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back?
It's a seam wide open. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another stab before the quarter expires. First play of the period, first down here. Motion from the back. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
And the Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quick completion on the out. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to throw. It's King. Under fire. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Paulo, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That
picked off. Looking for more room. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way to...
There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens. You could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in. It's Frazier. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice to...
It's on the ground! High ball! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Give to the running back. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, it's an offense that prides itself on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. On the run, it's Haynes. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's King. Here's a heat. Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
The Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Georgia! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's King. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Makes the grab. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. What a nice job to get through the progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fair catch, called for and made. Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle, it's dealt. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Looking to scramble. Throws for the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking for a man, it's Kane. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Offense changing the play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He turns that loose down the right side. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be third down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Now improvising. Fires to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll open the second half with a run. Got enough for the first down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Creating some space, getting just enough good block when they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Yellow Jackets will have it first and 10. Looking to pass. It's King. Makes the catch. It's Haynes. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. On the run, it's Haynes. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gather maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The quick out. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to pull a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Lost to throw again. Throws to the tight end. Pulls it in. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff to the single running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an all All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
And the Yellow Jackets are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Dropping back, it's King. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Powell. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Creates a little space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
1st down, physicality with all games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's King. Keeps looking downfield. Going to try to get it himself. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Georgia 28, Georgia Tech 21.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. On the option. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Got some room into the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Are you kidding me? I mean, that's really good defense to take away the pass and take away the big play, but the quarterback just makes absolutely something out of nothing, scrambles around, finds a way to get in for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Stockton. They're working that left side. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting in the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Georgia going up tempo.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Sends it back in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you hit by the blitz, you died by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab play for the 1st down. Touchdown, Dogs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Be calling a hot route. Try to get it to the edge. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
We're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That line forced the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's King. There's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
And the Yellow Jackets need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
3rd down, man. You think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They brought the heat, and they get him on the ground, and a 4th down sack stops this drive cold.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Branch. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw it, Stockton. Pressure coming. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
And the quarterback gets hit again. You already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Dropping back, it's King. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up fourth down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's got it, first down and more. He's loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
Georgia.
The Yellow Jackets have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going up top here late in the game. Pulls in the deep ball. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. He wants to throw it again. Moving out of the pocket. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground.
And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the lead score.
Well, you're trailing here in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're going to hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the first down, yes, but also getting out of bounds and try and preserve as many seconds as you can on the clock.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. To the air, it's King. Rushes on him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
They were really starting to put a drive together, and after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And after the pickup, gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
The Yellow Jackets started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's King. This time he's got his man. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Bring in the heat. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Well, it's the 4th quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0. The clean old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. I'm sure they would have liked to have locked up a bowl trip much earlier in the season, but in this particular case, what does bowl eligibility mean for the offseason?
Well, it means 15 extra practices at the bowl game to develop young players. Getting to a bowl game helps your recruiting. It's going to help in the portal, and all of a sudden people are going to get a lot more excited for what's coming next season, David.
Yeah, and I think this squad, I don't think they're excited about the practices necessarily, but a lot of these seniors that have been around, man, they get another dance. They get a chance to play another football game, make some more memories with their boys, so this is a big win today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.